Hey, what up guys, it's Mitsuownes from Dream. In today's video I want to talk about potential new characters that might be introduced in Mortal Kombat 11. MKX had a bunch of new characters introduced to the franchise. Granted, there was a big time jump from MK9 to X. While I don't think there will be as many new characters in MK11, I still have little doubt that there will be some new ones as well. Now, obviously it's somewhat hard to call completely new characters, opposing to already existing characters making their return. But if we observe previous titles closely, there might be some hints telling us about possible new characters. Let's start by talking about one that has already gained quite some attention, Kano's son. In Kano's latter ending, we can see Kano passing on his tradition to the younger generation: torture, terror, and violence. MKX was mostly about the Kombat kids, so another son making his debut would not be so unlikely, especially since a lot could emerge from this character. He could be hating Kano's guts for all the brutality he had to go through and switch to the special forces, betraying his own father. Or he could accept his legacy and fight side by side against the SF. I think Kano's son could definitely spice things up a little. Now that one was an easy pick. The next one is a bit more tricky, but I'll try to explain. Let's go back a few years. Back when Jade was playable, in MK9 to be exact, she had a very unique arcade ending. After beating Shao Kahn, she lost consciousness and fell into a dreamlike state. In this sequence, she met a mysterious female creature whose name was not revealed. A woman infiltrating one's dreams is usually called a succubus, so let's name her that, since we don't really know her name. But we do know that she proceeded to possess Jade in the ending. We all know that most arcade and ladder endings don't really have to mean anything, but if you really think about it, this could explain Jade's absence in MKX. We never saw her as a Revenant, even though the other non-playable characters like Striker, Cabal, Nightwolf, and so on were a part of the action. To furthermore solidify this theory, let's take a look at Kitana's MKX ladder ending, in which we can see someone behind her. If you don't pay attention, you could mistake her for Jade, as many of us surely have, but it's very, very likely that it's a completely different character, and that very character might be the Succubus. If you still don't believe it, maybe this tweet will convince you, from someone who used to work at NRS. He himself thinks that the person might not be Jade, but the Succubus. And keep in mind, this is not a random, but someone who has worked on Mortal Kombat titles for years, including obviously MK9, in which the non-playable character was first teased. With the right story, I think she could make for a very interesting new character. But with that being said, that's my shit for this video. So, what do you think? Could any of these potentially make it into MK11? Do you have any other suggestions for new characters? Please let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Mitsuownes signing out. Peace.